What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Rob Potna. I got one hell of a story time for you today. It's gonna get crazy. Before we get into the story, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you ding that little bell. And them OTL powder teas is out right now. Link is in the bio. Potna.
Yeah, I just can't stop winning these days.
Oh, yeah.
I've been surrounded by the villains these days.
Yeah.
Everybody around me count millions these days.
Yeah.
Everybody around me say I'm killing these days. Drop top foreign, let the cash flow. We don't never show 'em what it can.
You always get new barbers all the time. You know what I mean? Barbershops, they come, they go. Barbers, they come, they go. You know, you chopping. And the most successful gonna always be the most consistent. I mean, and that's with any line of business you do. When you consistent, you putting out quality work, you're gonna be successful. People gonna look at you, they're gonna say, we don't know how they getting so much money, what they doing, how they doing it. It must be some magic trick. No, it's not magic. It's consistency. It's consistency. It's consistency. It's consistency. So I started at my shop where I'm at right after the coronavirus. The coronavirus came, they shut the whole city down, you know what I mean? As soon as the city said shops and salons were able to open back up, I reached out to my peoples. They linked me up with a nice little location. You feel me? And I started running. I started running 100 miles and running. It was like I was number one. None of the old barbers came back to this spot. I was there by myself for about 20 to 30 days, cutting every single head from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., 6 days a week darn near, cutting about 17 to 22 heads a day. You talking about 17 to 22 heads a day for 3 weeks plus non-stop. My clientele just went through the roof. After that first 3 weeks to a month, you know, we start getting other barbers and all of that. So that just give you a little background to like how I became so popular so fast. You know what I mean? I was always in the shop. I was consistently cutting hair. I was icing people up, celebrities, business people, doctors, whatever you can think of. I was cutting their hair and you know, and building relationships with a lot of these people so I can move my career forward. Now, I say throughout the past year or so, we done seen a few barbers come and go. You know, they come, they go, they come, they go. Sometimes they come back, sometimes they can't come back. In this situation, he can't come back. Now, it's a guy that came. I'm not gonna say his name, we just gonna call him Guy. Guy comes in. If you don't know, I'm originally from Camden, New Jersey. He comes in, he says he's from a small city right outside of Camden, New Jersey. You know, he gassing us up. He just like, you know, I'm a barber's barber. You know what I mean? I'm a barber's barber. I live, breathe this. I paid my own way through barber school. This is all I got. I'm getting this money. I'm like, all right, whatever. And so I say for the first week or two, it's just like he was early coming in before the shop even opened up. You know, he was always complaining about how he hate hair. He had to be like pristine, clean. He's sweeping for everybody else. Like he's trying to build his way up into this shop by doing whatever it is he can do to, you know, make himself stand out a little bit. I respect it. You know what I mean? Keep hustling. Keep doing what you're doing. I mean, whatever you got to do to move forward, do it. But I say after about 3-4 weeks, it's like you leaving, everything's dirty, not really caring no more. Now you just looking like a slop. You know what I mean? He's looking like a slop. Still don't have nothing to do with me. I'm not caring. I'm just noticing the changes because you got to think, if I'm cutting hair right here, like you looking at me, I'm cutting hair right here. Behind you, he's cutting hair. So all day long, I'm constantly looking directly at this person and I'm seeing what they doing. I'm not commenting on nothing because I focus on myself. I don't really care about what you're doing because I focus on myself. You know what I mean? But I know that he was focusing on me. Could have been a good thing, could have been a bad thing. I guess we'll find out at the end of the story, right? So, next thing I know, he started like saying little slick comments to my client, saying, you know, looking at me crazy and getting upset when ain't nobody coming into the shop to get a haircut by an hour. I'm trying to motivate you. I'm sitting here trying to say, bro, keep grinding, keep hustling. You got to keep doing what you're doing. You got to keep moving forward. You got to stay consistent. Trust me, our locations, we got more than one location in the city of Atlanta. This specific location, no barbers go hungry. Everybody eats, B. Everybody eats, B. So when you work at this specific location and you're not getting no cuts, it's simply because it's a slow day. The walk-in value at this specific location is through the roof. I've never in my life seen a barbershop move that way. It's new clients and new faces that come in every single day. So if you ain't cutting no hair, it's just because you ain't hustling or it's just a slow day. So Guy, like I said, we're going to call him Guy. Time goes by and I'm doing my regular. You know, I'm normally cutting in between about 50 and 70 heads a week. That's normal. 50 on the low end. You know what I mean? 70, 72 on the high end. So I average about 60, 65 heads a week. He's looking at these people come in. And I don't know if he wasn't used to ever being in a shop where there was somebody else in there really just banging out. I don't know. But he started letting it get to him. I'm like, bro, why are you letting it get to you? Hustle. Stop paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm having conversations with clients. I'm having conversations with people. He's like chiming in the background, saying some weirdo stuff like, man, this fool ain't cutting no 12, 13 heads a day. This fool ain't cutting no 15, 16 heads a day. And I'm just like, the old me would have been smacked you, my boy. But this is the new me. And the new me can allow you to speak under your breath without giving you a reply. Speak under your breath for as long as you want to without giving you a reply. Because at this point in my life, it don't matter. I know who I am. You trying to prove yourself. I'm not understanding why you trying to prove yourself to me, though. So, you know, day after day, week after week, we get into our little back and forth once in a blue moon for situations that I don't even remember. It's just, I'm sure he said something crazy to me while I was speaking to a client. I'm just like, bro, I can't let you be being disrespectful. Like, this is a business atmosphere. You know, he's getting upset. He's sitting in his chair all day like this. Like, he just sitting in his barber chair. He watching me cut 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Next day, he's sitting in his chair like this. 2-3 hours go by. He watching me cut 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Finally, he just breaks. He started talking to the people waiting to get their hair cut. He's like, oh, y'all waiting on one person. Yes. Yes, they are, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that upsets you. But yes, they are, bro. He gets so angry. He leaves. He comes back. He apologizes. Now, this is something that through the midst of about 3 months, there was probably 3 or 4 moments where guys started something, came back to the shop, apologized, and then maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks go by, he did the exact same thing over and over again. So that at this point, you know, I done chopped it up. You feel me? The owners done hit me up. The other barbers done talk to me. They just like Potna, chill. Don't even worry about this dude. Blah, blah, blah. He gonna dig his own hole. I'm like, I am calm. I am not worried about homie. Y'all know what I do. I focus on the pesos. That's it. The chicken. But it just never stopped. It never stopped. I'm sitting there literally looking at him while he's cutting his barber's hair. And he's looking at me while I'm cutting my barber hair. While I'm cutting my client's hair. And he's like just talking shit. Just talking trash. Just like, what is going on? We're about 2 months in. I'm still ignoring everything. I'm still ignoring everything. We get to this one day. We get to this one day. Again, he's not cutting any hair. He's totally upset. For the past 2-3 weeks before this last incident, I've vowed to not start a conversation with this person. Vowed to not engage into any arguments with this person. I've made this vow to myself. I said I am not going to trick myself out the streets. I'm not that type of guy. But you know, I was in a bad mood this day. He was talking a little bit too much. See, one thing about jealousy, one thing about envy, it will take over your body. Because all of the time where he was hating me, when Guy was hating me, I was trying to motivate Guy to go get some money. I was trying to motivate him, give him different things he could do. You know what I mean? Show him how to switch the hustle up. Yo, do the haircuts, blah, blah, blah. Take some pictures, blow. Get on YouTube. Do this, do this. Like, elevate your hustle. Anything you do right now can be monetized, bro. We live in a different world. Monetize everything, bro. But he wasn't seeing it as motivation. He was looking at me like, I don't care what you say, partner. I don't want you to have it because I ain't got it. That's how you lose, though. So, this day, I'm shaping up one of the owners of the entire franchise's head. You feel me? The owners that own the whole franchise for the company I rock with, for the company I got partnership with, I'm cutting the son. Now, granted, the son's grown. He's not a kid. You know, he's grown. But still, he's the son. All of a sudden, this fool just started talking trash in front of the son. All of a sudden, he just started spazzing out, going crazy, acting stupid. I really wasn't in a good mood. So I said some disrespectful things back to him. And I kept on saying it. And I kept on saying it. Finally, he walked a little bit too close to my station. Do. Let's just say this is my station. Bah! He walked a little bit too close to me. I'm sorry, I was not raised to hit you after you hit me. I was not raised to hit you back. That was never part of my upbringing. My upbringing was if you think they about to hit you, you knock they ass out. So he walked up on me. Boom. The owner's son trying to break us up, blah, blah, blah. At this time, I'm not trying to hear none of that. Cuz, what's cracking? I'm with it. We going in. Boom, we fighting, tussling, da-da-da-da-da, back and forth. You feel me? Boom, I'm litting them up, lighting them up. After we tussle for a cool 60 seconds, 120 seconds, see, 2 minutes is a long time. That's what people don't realize. 2 minutes in a fight is a long time. So we fighting for like a whole minute, minute and a half in the barbershop. Nobody there except me, him, and the owner's son. Fight's over. At least I'm thinking it's over. Bro, I'm walking back to my station. I'm thinking that he's walking like outside. I'm walking back to my station. Now, if anybody know anything about clippers, then you obviously know that you got to sanitize your clippers. You know what I mean? There's different products that you can buy from the beauty supply or from barber outlets where, you know, after you get done cutting their head, you brush your blades off. You might blow them if you got air compressors in your shop. And then you spray a coat of the sanitizer that'll keep your blades moisturized. It'll keep your blades sharp. And it'll sanitize your clippers before you put them onto the next person's head. So I'm walking past the spot where I always spray my clippers. The floor is always a little slick there until I sweep it up real good at the end of the day. I'm walking to my station. I just happen to slip because I'm walking. I'm upset. I'm fired up. We done just fought and I slip. I'm not thinking I have no reason to jump up fast. I'm literally, went down real quick, hit a knee by my station. I'm getting up. Next thing I know, bah. I'm going to be honest. The fool had to knock the sense out of me for a cool 0.6 seconds. Like for a half a second plus a point. A half a second plus a point. So 0.6, not 0.5, 0.6. So half a second plus a point. I was discombobulated. I had no idea what was going on. But when that 0.2 hit and I stood up, I went into hawk mode. I had to destroy him. If I didn't destroy him at this moment, then we would have been fighting for the rest of the night. I had to destroy him. Finally, the owner's son gets him out. He runs out of the barbershop. The owner's son locks the door, so I can't get out of the barbershop. He can't get in. Then the owner shows up. Now, the owner, my big homie. You feel me? He's cool. He ain't coming in with no drama, none of that. He just want to know what the hell is going on in his establishment. I let him know straight up, bro. He's a hater. He's a hater. You have to get the haters out of the circles, bro. You got to get the squares out of the circles. We ain't got no energy for that, bro. No energy. Fire him on the spot. Yeah, I hit him first. But at the end of the day, you have to protect the brand. At the end of the day, you got to ride with the person that's putting in the work, that's consistent, that's repping the brand, that's showing love to the brand, that's trying to motivate other people to win. You can never, ever, ever side with the hater. They live off that energy. Maybe I shouldn't have never hit him. But we'll never find out because I'm going to hit you. If you run up on me, I'm going to hit you. So we'll never know. But all we know is, though, that 0.6 seconds, he got that off on me. And he get to take that W to his grave. But the problem is, he probably sitting at home somewhere right now, trying to figure out how he gonna make some money. Can't really work at no shop. Just moved to Atlanta. Have nowhere to go. You tricked yourself out of your position. And now you got to suffer the consequences of being a hater. So me dealing with that little blank, me dealing with a little swollen eye for 2-3 days, me taking off of work for a day to recoup and get my mind right, versus you not having no money And me still out here balling out, living my best life to the fullest, fresher than Febreze. I'm gonna take that W to the bank. Lesson of this story, just don't be no hater. Haters never win. And when they win, they even lose. They lose even bigger. Don't be no hater. Just go hard, stay consistent, and motivate. Potna said it.
Yeah, I just can't stop winning these days.
Oh, yeah.
I've been surrounded by the villains these days.
Yeah.
Everybody around me count millions these days.
Yeah.
Everybody around me say I'm killing these days. Drop top foreign, let the cash